bringing my love from me to you. The Astro, help me help you to help me help you. The Astro, bringing my love from me to you. The Astro, help me help you to help me help you.
I've come here for a brain, and I'm not leaving until I get one.
G'day, Liam. Are you here for a brain?
Hey, how you doing? What's happening?
Good. Nothing much is happening. What's happening with you?
I'm learning about Comicsgate's wonderful schemes and scams to defraud the US mail system by saving a few dollars on each package by lying to them and exploiting media mail in such a way that it will result in their backers receiving a post-due notice on their mail. That's
What do you mean?
Well, as it turns out, our regular clowns, the little hucksters that attach ourselves to the body Comicsgate, have been using media mail and advising other people to use media mail to ship their comic books, which is in staunch violation of media mail's terms of service, and will result in those who receive the packages being pinned with additional postage fees
If they get found out.
if they get found out. Yeah.
But don't you just need an ISBN or ISBN on the back?
No, you actually, this is an interesting little bit of comics, well, for a starter, in their terms of service, it specifically says comic books. So it doesn't, they're trying to do the workaround where it's like, oh, this is a advertisement. It's like, well, no, for starter, no, they expressly mention comics. But second of all, for copyright purposes, for those of you who are little sort of amateurs in the world of comic books, we don't actually count as literature or reading. Comic books are actually a form of advertisement. They're classified as advertisement, which is why companies can do mini comic crossovers and stuff, which have separate licensing to their films and video games and books. So there you go. Live and learn.
Brother Gaius wants to know whether I'm defrauding the US Post Office.
No, it's I believe that it's other people. It's not you, Oz. It's not you.
No, it's not me. I'm sending them out in bubble envelopes.
Mm-hmm. And I'm using standard mail. So don't take shortcuts. Don't screw around your customers. Don't.
Well, I mean, don't most of Comicsgate use media mail?
I would strongly suggest they do not. If they have been, I would say do not do that.
I'm pretty sure that Zach uses it.
Oh well, Zach's been a bad boy. Zach should not be doing it.
What does Ethan use?
Priority first class mail, I believe. If we pop over to Ethan's Twitter over here, using a bit of the old internet magics. Oh wow, he got that Salamandroid Cyberfrog back-to-back colored. That looks pretty good. Where is it? He was talking about this not too long ago. That's what I was reading. Here you guys, Comicsgaters. Don't try to ship your books media mail. Here we go. Share screen. Oh, you're sharing that. I'll just read it.
You can still share it.
Okay. We don't want to miss the rocket launch, you know? So we'll be quick. Don't try to ship your books media mail. 1, it's a discounted service for educational media, not comic books. The rule book says no ads, so no graphic novels without ads would seem to qualify. But most postal inspectors don't give a shit. A comic is a comic. On top of that, Ethan, graphic novels they're advertisement. They're not literature. They're not literature. So Media Mail allows Postal Inspector to open your Gemini mailer up to check what's being sent via the discounted service. If it looks like a comic book, most likely the packaging will be ruined, will be returned to you, or even worse, it will arrive to your customer postage due. Media Mail is low priority to the USPS. Every service is shipped ahead of it, while your package gets kicked around and stepped on without tracking numbers or an arrival date. People who spend around $25 on a comic want it to arrive briskly when fulfillment time comes. First class UPS is reasonably priced and comes with tracking. It might cost $3 more than Media Mail, but when you consider all of the customer losing catastrophes that might happen with media, go ahead and spend the extra money. 5. Using Media Mail to ship comic books because you think you found a loophole is dishonest. It's not what the service is meant for, and although you might be able to get away with it for a while, somewhere down the line, you'll pay for it. Protect the customer first. First class mail. That was from Ethan Van Sciver. And I would agree. There's a little bit more to it than what he said there. But at the end of the day, don't use Media Mail, guys. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah. Customer
Don't do it,
first.
everyone.
Spend an extra $3.
We've got another guest in the studio here. It's Dark Dogs Studios. Dark Dogs, you're actually on camera at the moment. Are you happy with that? Do you want to nod your head? Yep. Okay. Let's
G'day,
put down the g'day, mate. G'day, mate. How's it going?
How's it going, you bloody
How's it going, you mongrel?
fucking cunt? Well, I'm not allowed to say that on YouTube, am I?
Such language. We're T under 2 minutes.
Not using that today.
Yep. So they
Coming
use
up shortly
their
here,
kerosene
we'll
fuel.
see some venting from that large truss structure on the left-hand side of the vehicle.
Rockets
You can
are
see
cool.
it starting there. That truss structure is what we refer to as the transport.
Well, Hung and Dung is
That's what rolled out Falcon 9
demanding
to the pad.
you do a
and
Twitter
provides,
search, Liam.
Electrical power
Lethal
as well as
Liam.
propellants that we've been loading into the vehicle. At this point, we're just
He,
venting out
he
liquid
wants
oxygen
the,
that is in the lines on the transporter erector before transitioning into the final steps.
Vicky Verse
Or
is yelling at you as well.
Yeah, I know. She's the one that wants everyone to fuck up their businesses by making stupid, poor choices. But let's just keep Vicky making those poor choices, those poor life choices that she's so well.
This is
known
what
for.
Well Hung and
That
Dung
Falcon
wants.
9 is now on autonomous internal control.
Type Media Mail Comicsgate into the search function of Twitter and read the top tweet. You're asking me to do a lot, man. Hold on.
So with that, Falcon 9 teams.
What are
ready
you
to go,
giving back
units
to
ready
us?
to go.
What are you giving back to us for us to
Weather
do all
and
this
range
work
ready
for
to
you?
support.
Well
When we
Hung and
listen
Dung.
into these final 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, your intro does say help us help you, help us help you.
30 seconds.
Yeah, how's he helping me? Help him.
That's a good question.
Stage 1 flight press.
T-minus 15 seconds.
So, how is everyone today anyway?
10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Equal pitching direction.
Is that
Stage
going
one flight
straight?
press nominal.
You
Looks
always
a bit-
worry it's not going straight.
Well, look, it's got a curve in it, right? Like, there's a bend in that rocket, right?
Yeah.
It looks like
Are they
it.
meant to go straight or are they meant to go on an angle?
I guess
meant
they're
to go
meant to
on
go
an
on an
angle,
angle, but are they meant to be curved like that? Like, it's kind of,
Like, I can see what Liam's saying. It's kind of like,
yeah.
It's the curvature of
Plus 40
space. Man.
seconds. Falcon 9 successfully lifting
Oh,
off
okay.
from launch pad
It's a
39A.
fish lens.
Space Center in Florida.
planet is flat.
We're taking that Starlink orbit to its first Starlink satellites to its first targeted orbit and eventually a circular orbit. We actually just throttled down for maximum dynamic pressure, or max Q, on those 9 Merlin engines. We'll expect to hear that call out here shortly.
Equals supersonic.
It really looks like a giant knob.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Max
that's
Q.
what I was thinking too. That's how we
Call out
conquer
there
space.
for
I
With the
know,
power
the
of
point
we
maximum
conquer
aerodynamic
space with the
pressure.
Power of
power of
penetration.
Motion of
propellers.
the vehicle are the highest from the combination
we're gonna
of our
penetrate
velocity, but
the black void of
increasing
space.
while
Yeah.
the density of the atmosphere decreases. Now, coming up in just about a minute, we will have 3 events.
I think this rocket would make it to
happening
Uranus.
back-to-back. First will be main engine cutoff. Or
Where
MECO.
is this
That's where
rocket
we'll shut
going?
down those 9 Merlin
This
engines.
is just launching
You can see
those
the plume
satellites
expanding
again.
from them on
Okay.
the back of the rocket here. That'll be
Look at that
incredible.
What are
fire.
these satellites doing?
Stage separation. Now, stage separation.
They're giving
will be the
high-speed
first and second
broadband to cover
stages
the entire
will
world.
separate.
Can you
First
bring
stage
up
will
Mr.
continue
Dong
on
so that we
a
don't miss our
parabolic
sponsor,
trajectory
please?
towards the drone
Oh,
ship, while the
fucking
second
Mr.
stage
Dongs.
continues on to the final event.
You don't want to miss
where
out on our
second engine
sponsor.
start number 1. That's where that Merlin vacuum engine will ignite. And
No,
once
that's
it
the wrong one.
lights
Under
up,
it.
it'll propel the second stage along with Starlink satellites into orbit. Actually heard earlier that we've started chilling on the turbo pumps of the Merlin
This
vacuum engine.
this
to get it
rocket
ready
launch was
for that
paid by
first flow
$10 super chats.
of propellant and oxidizer.
SMS
So
$10
coming up
fees.
just about
We're gonna put the internet all over the world.
12 seconds from now, expect to see MECO, its main engine cutoff, then stage separation, and then at about T plus 2 minutes and 45 seconds, second engine start number 1.
Fenrir Fire says it's going to Preston's house. One giant dong for you. I hear you like the giant dong.
That he does.
Oh goodness. Goodness.
Looks like we have another successful launch.
So there is successful stage separation and second engine start. You can see the grid fins deploying on the left-hand side of your screen. That's the first stage. On the right-hand side of your screen is
When does the first stage
Merlin
separation
vacuum
land?
engine starting to
I'm assuming
glow
it doesn't
brightly
stay
with
in
the
space.
heat of that combustion
Yeah,
reaction.
no, it's on its way down now. That's why they got those fins
First
out.
stage making its way
It's
back
not much of a
towards
transformer, you know. I would.
planet Earth. Coming up here.
Oh, right, the left screen is the separating
starting
part. Okay.
deployment shortly.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
There's a call out on the nets and a beautiful shot of the Starlink satellites. You can see on the right-hand side there a little bit of planet Earth. Actually, you can see a fairing half there trailing away. Now, as a reminder, we will be attempting to recover both the fairing halves today on our recovery ships, Mystery and Mischief, that are also stationed in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, but they don't show that, the motherfuckers.
But that would prove that the Earth is flat.
I don't know why they don't show it, but
Second stage heading towards
don't
its
know.
targeted drop-off
maybe
orbit.
it takes too long.
Now, while that's happening, the first stage is actually going to execute 2 burns to make its way back to Earth. You can see right now that we are actually pitching the first stage vehicle to try to get those Merlin engines facing towards the atmosphere. Those periodic gas clouds that you see along the first stage are actually from our attitude control system. And once we get to the top of the Earth's atmosphere, we'll ignite
Weren't those cheap,
9 Merlin engines
cheap
for entry
crappy
burns
ones?
to help slow down
Liam
the
loves
stage
GoBots.
as it re-enters
Yeah,
the
go bot. So the
second of those burns will actually happen
what's this
once
about a
we
space mouse?
down on
You
the burn
know,
ship. That's
what am
the
I?
landing burn, where we
What's the
will
deep lore behind that? What's the deep lore
Merlin
behind the space mouse?
engine at the center
Well, I mean, it's really for
of the
Lazarus to
set of
bring up.
9, and that'll slow down the vehicle rapidly.
But
before
basically, there was
hopefully a
footage
soft touchdown on our drone
of
ship.
one of these
On the
launches, and
right-hand
it
side
looked
of your
like there was a
screen, you can
mouse running
see
around on the
the
rocket.
Merlin vacuum
Oh,
engine.
that would have been
burn.
cool.
Super
Planet Turbo TV
engine.
TV says, "Is this
We don't
satellite
until
delivery?" Yes, sir. It is. It is. It is in
48
fact
seconds.
How you going, Matt?
Call out there from the navigation officer that the second stage is on a nominal
Oh,
trajectory
cool.
at this point.
Pilgrim Media for
Flying
$2.
right down
Thank
the
you.
middle of
Says,
Mars.
I just went out my front door, can see
Full shot from
contrail.
the interstage on the left-hand
Watch
side.
out for
Photos.
those chemtrails, mate.
Looking up at
Yeah,
where
photos or it didn't happen. Photos or it didn't happen.
can
Put on
outboard
Twitter. I
space,
want to see it.
because those Merlin
Add us,
engines
add us, bro.
pointed
Add us,
towards
bro.
planet Earth.
I haven't
there it
seen
is, the
Lazarus
mouse.
for a while.
The mouse just ran across the thing.
Did it?
The yeah,
I
around that
fucking
round
look-
bit.
I was distracted by the super chat.
Entry burn start. Entry burn expected to
That's
last
what you get for being a capitalist.
Again, that'll be 3 Merlin
Basically, it's a
engines.
little bit of
Usually you
ice
can actually
that
see the
forms and it
plume,
sort of goes
sort
around
of
the
creeping
engine.
up the side of the rocket.
Okay.
The vehicle is right now both going thousands of miles an hour.
Space mouse.
Spelt MAUS.
At this point, the first stage has
Yes.
reached the highest point of its orbit, the apogee.
There it goes
the
again.
downhill portion of the of its trajectory. You can see Earth getting bigger and bigger.
I just want to see a UFO. Am I the only one that wants to see a UFO?
Yeah, I just want to see a rocket explode.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
They're
unmanned.
That's the real reason why
unmanned,
we're
okay.
watching this.
Three
If
Merlin
people
1D
don't
engines
realize,
on the first stage, second stage continuing to burn nominally.
I was going to say, I hope this isn't asking for genocide.
No. These are unmanned
I
craft.
draw the line at genocide.
Oz would never hurt a space
That,
mouse.
we will continue on the first stage to apply some attitude
Speaking of which, I
control
think another one's about to move.
from those attitude control thrusters. And as the
Oh,
atmosphere
did you
gets
see that
thicker
one?
and thicker, the grid fins will
It
actually
fell off the side.
control authority.
Second stage on
Liam,
top
you
of
got to
the
pay
barrier.
attention, man.
And the grid fins will continue to fly Falcon 9 in, giving us aerodynamic control. Looks like we just lost the link as it re-enters there. Here's a shot of the drone ship. Again, that's 624 kilometers off.
I remember seeing this the first
Florida.
time,
Awaiting
Yeah.
first stage for a landing attempt.
and I thought, like, what wizardry is this? When it just came down and it just landed
Below
on
that
this
you see
platform,
on
you
the
know?
nozzle extension is normal. That's just from
Yeah,
the,
those
the
goon
heat of the
bags are
combustion
good, Mr.
reaction,
Wonderful.
Radiating out to
Mhm.
space through the nozzle.
Pilgrim Media for $2 again. Thank you. Says,
Part of the reason
Oz
why the
breaking
second
news:
stage has
the
such a
Earth is in
large
fact
nozzle
round.
is to try to get the most out of
Not
the performance
perfectly
gases
round,
that we're
Pilgrim, but
producing
yeah, it
Lies.
shows.
It's flat.
propulsion chamber.
You'll never
So that
convince me
allows the
otherwise.
stage to be
Also,
more
Australia, it's fake.
efficient in the vacuum of space. Coming up here, we expect to hear a call out for landing burn start on the first stage. That'll be just a single center Merlin engine.
Landing burn startup.
Here we go.
Shortly after, we'll expect to see landing leg deploy, and then hopefully a touchdown on the drone ship.
Terminal guidance. Stage 1, landing leg deploy.
Oh,
That's
Nice.
amazing.
Right
That's still
in
amazing.
the center, that
I
marks
know.
61
On a ship.
successful recoveries. Third time for this booster. Now,
That's just
coming up
not just
about
like
2 seconds from
hitting a
now,
target.
second
That's
stage
perfect
also
center.
shut down its engine,
Yeah.
or second engine cut off.
on
number one.
in the ocean.
Keep an eye out for that on the right hand side of your screen.
Like, I know it's a drone, but geez.
Yeah, I know, and the ship's a drone as well.
Luca
These-
is
There used to be this this great
A
game on
successful shutdown of the
Atari where
Merlin
you could
vacuum engine navigation
land
officers will be
a
assessing whether
space-
we have ended up in the right
land a
orbit.
spaceship
And most
on
of
the
way up,
moon. I
we
think it
were
was.
right down the middle.
God. I haven't.
Space simulator.
Good call out there. We're in the first
Yeah,
of
it
two
was really hard.
planned orbits. Now, the second stage is going to coast in this orbit for about the next 30 minutes. We're actually going to take a break while it's doing that, but we'll leave you with an animation that shows exactly where the stage is in this coast phase. And we'll see you back here at T plus 42 minutes for reignition of the second stage's engine. See you back shortly.
Yeah, thanks for
So,
that.
Planet Tobor TV says Lunar Lander. Is that what it was called? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was Lunar Lander.
Yeah. He
Fucking
is
great
the he
game.
is the master of retro games. There are a few
That
with
is, it
more.
was such a hard game. Such a hard game. Used to drive me crazy. David
God,
Bowser
Atari,
for $2. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're using the old pick. All lies. This is just high dollar Hollywood trickery.
I'm pretty sure that's a CGI Earth there, right there on the screen now. What do they take us for? Look at that.
Yeah, scammers, scamming motherfuckers. Fuck you guys.
The Earth doesn't have lines going around it like that.
Yeah.
So, Dark Dog Studio, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Liam, are you looking at the screen? Have you seen? There's something amazing on. There's something amazing on his lapel there. What is that?
Holy shit! How do you have one of the? Oh, geez, they're huge. Is that a pin or a sticker? That's a pin. They're huge. You can't miss
Double
them.
pinned.
Oh my god!
It's a thing of beauty. Wow.
It is. It's actually really fucking good quality. I was surprised.
How long ago did you get
Why?
it?
Why are you
Literally
surprised?
between the end of your stream and the start of this stream, I went out to bring the bins in, and it was just sitting in the mail.
Oh
I was like,
my
"Holy
God.
shit! Now I have to come onto Oz's show tonight."
You go out to put out the garbage, and there it is. You know.
Yeah.
So describe the quality, Dark Dogs. Describe it for us.
Well, it's metal. It almost looks like gold. You can see how shimmery it is. And it's very, very well detailed.
It's great.
It's quite solid. You could bludgeon someone with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the spitting image of Liam.
Hooray!
What does it taste like?
Luckev wants to know what it tastes like.
Don't chew on my head.
No, I could say I've eaten Liam.
Oh, jeez.
Nice one, Vic.
Oh, God. Handy in a street fight.
Can you swallow it? Swallow it.
Do not swallow.
I don't want lead poisoning or something.
Oh, God.
I guarantee no lead.
What even
my
is this thing actually made of? Because it's really shiny metal.
Yeah, it's enamel. I don't know. They use tin, I think. I think it's like a tin and copper, and they use they stamp it, and they hand paint the colors in there.
They asked if he wanted it to be higher quality, and he flipped over a desk and shouted at them for an hour about it. Of course, he did. He wanted it
The
to
damn
be the
highest quality. I was like,
quality.
this is Comicsgate, motherfucker.
Yeah,
This
he
is
slapped. He slapped
think
the
we're
Chinaman.
gonna-
Yeah, he
you
slapped the
think we're gonna
Chinaman,
give
and
you
then
these little 5-cent piece size enamel pins with just a single attachment. Fuck that. No,
that.
we want
I
the
want it
biggest
so
pin.
heavy that we need 2 pins.
yeah,
You gotta have 2 fucking backing pins, and I want it so you know what I did? I put mine in the washing machine, and it survived. It didn't even crack. So god damn it!
Did it keep
did
all
it
its
fade
paint?
or anything? Or?
No, it was 100%.
Wow.
So
These things are hardy.
they're
Now for
hardcore. man.
100% less anthrax. That's right.
Pilgrim Media for $2. May the orange koala live 1,000 years. Behold the glory of the 1,000-year-old orange koala.
1,000 years, the orange koala. That's right. Goes. Well, at
Thanks,
least you've
guys.
got it,
Very
man.
good.
At least you've got it. You can see that they're being delivered. They're out there. They're happening.
Yep. Now Vicky
Search-
cannot say
search-
that CG
search your-
does not deliver.
Yeah, search your bins, ladies and gentlemen. Yours are on the way.
David Bowser for $2 says it tastes like mustard and bigotry. Can you confirm that, Dark Dogs? Does it indeed
not sure
taste
I
like
want to.
mustard and bigotry?
It's staring at you weirdly. I don't think it wants me to.
So powerful it destroyed the washing
Made
machine.
from
What is it
materials-
like? What is it like, Dark Dogs? Like, I mean, to have a bit of Liam on your collar.
Oh, Jesus.
Feels like I'm part of something.
Something grand? Something bigger than yourself?
Yeah.
So that's a trick because I'm tiny. Small. Just very fat.
Aren't all us gingers tiny and fat?
It was
I
all...
thought that was the thing.
It's
Wait, how
all,
tall is Scotty?
Scotty
that's a
from
good
who?
question.
Scotty from marketing.
No.
Scotsman.
You know, Scotsman. Scotsman.
Oh, Scotsman. Fuck that guy.
El Hombre says, my
Uh,
cock is curved like that. Laugh my ass out. I think you might be a little behind the stream.
Hombre, get your shit together, El Hombre. He's always causing trouble. Jesus Christ. Do some work. No, they're still talking about that stupid game in the chat. So could you see that could you see yourself going out and wearing that? Dark Dogs? Keep in mind you don't have to shill the product now. It's been the thing's over. The whole thing's closed. So can you see yourself walking around with that?
I can see myself going to Comic-Con and saying CG.
Mm-hmm. Liam told me that his mental health is less important than the optics of CG.
No, my mental health is
Can't
less
help
important than the optics of my team of Conquest and my business. That my business looks good. That is not CG. I have no control over all of CG. Just my business, my employees.
And I'm pretty sure the optics of at least 40% of CG is terrible right now.
What do you mean? Which 40%?
War Campaign, Pangea, or SWC as they call themselves now. All the people.
Yeah, Magic Turtle says you're an official party member. Have you got the the orange koala badge?
Oh God, oh, me.
Am I the first one to have received one, or
You
I
are.
mean, you live in the same city as me, so
Yeah, you're in Perth, so I think you were the only other Perth person that ordered it. So yeah, I would say that.
not even
I would
Perth
say
Comics.
No, fuck you,
Comics.
Perth Comics. What's going on?
Trade.
What? Yeah, not even Risey Lee.
Risey's Perth?
Yeah, he lives in Ellenbrook.
Huh.
Yeah, so about
That makes sense considering that's like the drug center of Perth.
yeah, it's about half an hour from you and about 15 minutes from me, and I'm not going to get glassed by him.
Where did Liam go?
He's been disconnected for a sec. David Bowser says, "Hey Oz, what's the status on Koala merch shipping to the States?" It's gone. It's coming. It's coming. Like Christmas. Magic Turtle says he's got his. Wow.
Oh,
There you go. There's another Aussie. There's
Yep.
another, I believe he's a Perth boy. I'm not sure.
I know he's in the Aussie group, but I'm not sure.
He's been on here before. I seem to remember something about. Yeah, I mean, you know what's missing from my show, Dark Dogs?
Mm.
What would you add to my show if you could add anything to my show? And you in the comments section as well. What could you add to the? Yeah, he's in Perth. Why don't you come on, Magic Turtle, and show us what you got?
Yeah. Humiliate Liam even further.
What? All
All
right. Luckhab says you need a Witten. What else? What else? So I think he's heading towards what I'm saying here.
What's a Witten?
Dark Dogs.
We need a thought. We need like a hot thought.
We need a hot thought.
We need a thought.
Well, if Amy was
Bring out-
actually answering her emails from you.
Why isn't she answering my emails?
I have no idea. She just keeps telling me that she hasn't received them.
Can I get a phone number from you?
I'd ask, but
Ask her if I can have her phone number, please.
all right.
Because everyone has caught on the fact that we need some cosplaying booth babes for my show.
We need some booth babes for all our shows. Maximum.
Oh, imagine her cosplaying someone from Savage.
Yeah. Who would she be? Who would she be, Mr. Tobor, in Savage?
Adrian says she's just not into yours. Maybe you're
Brother Gaius says type it into the chat. Who's he
Wait.
got as Godzilla? I can't quite make out that picture.
Me either. He's usually pretty funny, our Brother Gaius. I can't tell who that is. Sorry, Brother Gaius. Your meme.
You need to tell us,
We're
Gaius.
illiterate. Yeah, you got to explain the joke to us. We're failed.
Who are we talking about? We're talking about there's a beautiful woman living in Perth, our home city, Dark Dogs and myself. And she's supposed to come on. It's Pan, I thought so. Why is Pan Godzilla?
Pan? Oh, from
Why do we have
fire,
Panzilla?
maybe? Because he spits fire?
I don't know.
Pan from War Campaign?
Yeah. He comes on occasionally when he wants to yell at someone.
I thought he usually shows himself as like Lando Calrissian.
I don't know what he shows himself as, but Brother Gaius tends to put either him or Berserk Guts or Risey in a picture. I've made it very difficult for everybody because I don't have a picture.
You know,
Yeah.
Samba, I can possibly do something about that.
Twitless and Godzilla don't read books. That's the joke.
God, that was
all right.
horrible.
So Amit Rainer, he came up with this idea. Well, actually, it was Risey's idea. It was the stupidest idea I've ever heard. It's
Okay, I just
about
looked red.
having a cruise from Perth, picking up all the other Australian losers. I mean, punters. Going past Indonesia, up through Asia, around Europe, and then to America, to the Comic-Con, and then back to Australia. So
That'd
he's
be fucking
envisioning
expensive, but awesome.
a 6-month cruise of CG people
That'd be fucking great, but it'd be fucking expensive.
in Corona,
Yeah.
in Corona town.
So do you trust no one to come aboard the Comicsgate cruise ship with a bit of a tickle in their throat? I don't know. I don't know if I
Well,
would.
considering how many people our government has taken off of cruise ships coming into Fremantle that have had it, and they've just locked them up until they're able to send them back, no.
Dude, Fremantle is a cool as fuck name. Fremantle is an epic sounding name.
I think that's like one of the first towns that were founded in Perth.
It's Fremantle. You would hate Fremantle, Liam. It's basically it's an artist hippie city.
Pretty much. But it's got beaches. It's right on the beach.
Everywhere's
We all
on the
know-
beach in Perth.
We all know how much I hate those damn artists always strutting around with their fancy ideas and their free love.
And the lapels that have your face on them.
Yeah.
The Fremantle Markets is somewhere that I could set up to sell pins, my access pins.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. It's messy, but it works. I mean, it's no Chinese wet market, but it's close.
Look, Trump, he beat the COVID, not a big deal. Is Trump better already? Did he just be like, oh, I got sick for a day, I'm better, damn COVID?
Where's Melania? Is she all right? I know she had it too.
Yeah, she might not have the. Do you think that Trump cultivated the antibodies within his cells, and now he can give them back to the rest of America, and that he is the cure?
And like a Primark, he just extracts the gene seed from himself and injects it into everyone he knows.
Exactly.
It's the beginning of the true God Emperor.
Exactly.
That was probably the only other good book, God Emperor of June.
Wait, what?
I'm guessing
So the
God Emperor of June, the June series. There's just the
June series, right?
the original June novel, and then there was Children of June, and then God Emperor of June, and then what
We were
else
talking
was
about
there?
Warhammer, but okay.
So, Dune was being announced. Social Justice Warrior Dune was in the
Yeah.
works, and it's now been delayed a year. I don't know why, but
Because they've had to redo a lot of the special effects. I think they fucked up a
SJW
bit.
Dune? I thought they were doing it scene by scene, like the original movie.
No, that was just one dude that was doing a comparison from the stills that were released versus the stills they had from the original Dune. Dune is cursed. That's correct. They can never make a good movie. Or do you remember the TV series they tried to do, like, I don't know, 20 years ago now? I think they made they turned it into like 2-3 hour movies or something, and it was terrible, absolutely terrible.
Was that the one back in the 2000s?
Yeah,
Because they did one in the 2000s that was not good, but wasn't that bad.
it was terrible, Liam. It was like 6 hours long. Yeah, they turned it into a miniseries. Yeah, it was terrible. It was like watching a school play or something.
We're thinking of two different things.
We're not thinking of two different things.
We're thinking of two different things. We gotta be. The thing that I remember this dude riding a worm in my mind. Then again, I might go back and watch it again, and it's like on a bad stage, and it's like this dude in a plush costume. I don't know. But in my mind,
there's all these gay boys in the audience that are like defending this TV version of Dune. There's this scene, right, where he's running. Paul Atreides is running in the desert, and they've literally got him on a treadmill, and he's running in place on a treadmill, right? And they've got him behind a blue screen. And on the blue screen, they're just showing images of like sand blowing behind him. And then they slow down the vision. So he's like running slowly like the $6 Million Man, but he's just on a treadmill running. And it goes for like, I swear, 5 minutes. And it's terrible.
Well, when you got time to fill, I guess.
Well, the deserts are big, man. The deserts are big. It takes you a long time to get somewhere, you know? Like, are you saying they should have edited it out and they should not have him running for 5 minutes straight?
I'm saying that the special effects were so poor that by the end of the series, that was the best that they could do. I mean, I saw the original Dune at a drive-in.
Wow. I wish the drive-in still existed. They always seem like the perfect place to take dates. But then by the time I was old enough to date, you know, in my early 30s, you know, they're all gone.
Yeah. They are all gone. And when you go there, like, the sound is really shit. They've got those little stupid boxes. Surely by now you put it on your FM stereo or something.
Yeah, just Bluetooth it.
Spirit Scar's here, and he's got the worst take ever. Spirit Scar's been hanging around with Zach watching movies. David Lynch's Dune is sublime and surreal. Beautiful artistry in every aspect. The studio interfered and forced the film to be much shorter than what it should have been. You know what the problem with that movie was? Aside from the bad acting and terrible script.
Yeah, the ginger guy that they've got in it. He's meant
great.
to be on strings and shit. Instead, they have him floating around freeform like a little fat balloon boy. He's supposed to be on like strings, you know? It was completely, if they failed to represent gingers correctly again in cinema. Outrageous. That's what was wrong with it.
Absolutely horrible.
But the problem with that movie is that he made a critical error in that he put the internal monologue of all the characters in the movie. So there's essentially the whole movie is just people looking at each other, and then this whispering sound going, "Does she know who I am, really? Yes, she has discovered the secret." And then the other person staring at them thinking, "Does he think that I've discovered the secret? Yes, he's discovered the secret." Yeah. And
That sounds like an abridged series.
I don't know what source is talking about. At Oz Art Creations, was Hidalgo the name of the horse race movie? What horse race movie? I wasn't talking about a horse race movie.
Hidalgo.
Have you been watching a different show? Did I even mention horse races?
I have no idea.
I said drive-in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hidalgo is indeed a horse movie, but I'm not sure.
I
it has
know
been
the
changed.
Spirit Scar. I know the internal monologues are all through the original Frank Herbert novel. I know.
But can you name
I'm a
one
big
other-
fan of
like,
the
there,
novel.
there are internal monologues throughout nearly every novel ever, but you don't really see them very often in film. It's not something that's done very often, so it's interesting that
It's not really
they
something that
chose to
translates
include
well.
it.
Because it doesn't work. It's like putting in Spider-Man's speech thought bubbles in a movie. It's like they're different mediums. You can't translate the internal monologue text
They
over.
kind of do that a bit with his opening narration, but it kind of works because they steep it in the opening narration. You know?
Well, the reason Spider-Man can translate is because he can hurl the insults at the criminals as he's beating them up. So you can get a bit of a, funny saying what's going on sort of thing, saying what he's thinking.
It's funny when they do it in anime, but it still doesn't work very well.
Yeah, but Spirit Scar, he says, for those that are listening and not watching, Frank Herbert's Dune has internal monologues in italics. It's a step beyond what other novels do. Yeah, I mean, it also has a beginning, like introduction to each chapter written by various people.
Am I
Like,
back
it's
from?
a-
Am I back
Yeah,
from
you're
the
back.
space rocket? Am I back from the? Okay.
Yeah, you're back. It's also got introductions to each chapter, but it doesn't mean you got to put those in the movie. You know what I mean? It was just a mistake. And I've seen the full length version that has all the essentially the original edit where they haven't finished the special effects, so the eyes aren't blue and shit like that. And trust me, it doesn't add anything more. Fucking another 30 minutes of internal monologue does not add anything to the final film. You know what I mean?
I just got kicked off, so I missed everything you said.
Spirit Scar's trying to make some kind of point that the David Lynch films were good. The film was good. But you know what? David Lynch is shit anyway. I'll say it here and now.
Brutal.
Twin Peaks was a bunch of rubbish. I know Ethan Van Sciver is going to yell at me for that.
Yeah, you'll be in here shouting you down.
You'll be in here shouting me, you don't know art, you don't know nothing.
Mhm.
Eraserhead was just painful to watch.
Oh, I actually agree. I hated Eraserhead. Everyone's like, "Oh, Eraserhead." Oh, Liam. I was like, "Okay, all right." I go and I'm like, "This is trash. This is fucking trash." Like,
You don't want to
That
hear a
sounds
little
like a
puppet
horror movie.
screaming in your ear for an hour?
no, it did not. It did not. I was not enlightened by the experience. No.
And what was his other one? Mulholland Drive was okay. Just because of the women that got naked in it.
Is that a recent one from El Hombre?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's still watching The Rocket.
It's going to be great when he catches up.
It landed El Hombre.
Oh goodness.
Pilgrim
Oz.
Media for $2. Thank you. Says Oz, will SJWs change their ways with the Lost November? No.
No,
It's the wrong
it will
bear,
make
Pilgrim.
it'll make it worse. Eraserhead is the greatest Doom adaptation, and they're in the best use of internal monologues.
Oh fuck! It does have a lot of internal monologues.
Oh goodness.
All right, so Source is like, because I mentioned the word desert,
Mhm.
he's gone off on some kind of thing about Hidalgo the horse. I wasn't talking about horse racing, Source, or desert horses.
Dune is from desert, so desert horse. I kind of see the connection, but
Still interesting. Still interesting.
Quick Aussies, what was Eraserhead about?
I have no fucking clue.
It's
I'm an
about
uncultured swine.
it's about abortion, essentially.
Okay.
It's about abortion and you know, about not being able to bond with a newborn.
Yeah.
Abortion and postnatal depression. Those are the two themes. You should try horse sauce. It tastes all right. I've tried it. It's not my thing. Horses are very noble creatures. I don't think they should be really eaten. But, you know.
When are we going to do our emu eating stream? While we're talking about eating noble creatures, yeah, I want to eat me some. Emu.
I've had kangaroo meat.
What do you think of kangaroo?
A bit like beef, but a little bit tangy.
Yeah, yep. I want to have a
was
stream. I want to have a stream where we eat kangaroo and we eat crocodile and we eat emu. We all sort of get together and we put we have a nice little barbecue stream where we eat up all of the native animals. That's I want that to happen. It's going to be hard to do at midnight, but I want it to happen.
We should have like a Aussie CG con, and like
it's just a bunch of fat comic book nerds eating native creatures.
Yeah. Over a fire pit. You know what I was thinking? I wonder if I could. It's quite possible I could get an emu head. Or I could cook an emu head on stream.
Holy shit! How would you get a whole emu fucking head?
Just a borderline.
I know people. I know
emu eggs are illegal.
I'd be real careful, dude. You get one emu head, that's going to send a message to the other emus. You're going to be there. You're going to be halfway cooking, and then you're getting a knock on your door.
Oh God, it'll be emu war too.
They'll be smelling it.
Yeah, they'll be like the horror. We'll watch as you're just dragged down and beaten to death and made an example by a rogue squadron of emus live. It'll be great YouTube, but not a fate I would embrace myself.
I'd eat an emu eyeball on stream for sure.
Yeah, eating an emu head is great, like it'd you'd need some sort of Cecil mask,
Adrian Mercado. The Barbie, barbecue. What do they call it? Grill.
Barbie, mate.
In the US they call it a grill, I think. Go grilling.
You really didn't know what a Barbie. Yeah, he didn't know what a Barbie was, Wow.
Yeah. So
I thought that was like our biggest trope. Throw a shrimp on the Barbie.
Yeah.
Even though
Amit's been killing all the rare and exotic animals for food. He lived in Kenya for 4 years. All right, yeah. I mean, you would have had a bit of elephant and hippo.
What would you?
By curiosity, Amit, what ones?
Yeah. What's your best? What's your best food?
Magic
what's your
turtle.
best exotic?
Yeah, what's your best exotic? And magic turtle. That sounds great. Put the kids to bed and then roast the emu head in the backyard. I really wanted to, in fact, it's actually extra creepy and extra cool if we are doing the barbecue stream at like 1 or 2 in the morning. Like with the backyard spotlight on, we're cooking up a fucking emu head.
I'll just put it on me. I'll put it on me. My 6 burner, and I'll roast it in there.
Yeah. Oh gosh, we got to do it. We got to organize it and make it happen.
Hey Oz, you know how earlier you were talking about everyone jumping in a boat and going around and then going up to America? What if we just all jumped in a boat and went over east?
Well, that was the first leg. Yeah, it was to pick up all the,
all
the Eastern people,
Americans.
Why would you get on a Corona boat?
Yeah, we've got all of all our borders and shit are closed. But when they're not closed, I mean, we could probably get together. But I mean, I'm trying to get all the fucking Aussie CGs into one motherfucking room. There's only like 12 of us. It's like I can't even manage that. It's like, come on.
Amit Reyna says antelope and giraffe are quite good, dude. You can't eat giraffe. Come on now.
Well, to be fair, a giraffe is just a giant antelope with a long neck.
No,
so it makes sense.
They. If you're talking about majestic creatures, the giraffe is right up there.
Giraffes
these
fucking
are.
dumb.
Oh, they keep cutting out the feed as the mouse wants to run.
Brother Gaius called Peter on Amit, expect a visit, Just my only request, Amit, is that, you ate the whole giraffe. Like I hope none of that
In one
giraffe.
I don't think he personally ate a whole giraffe.
I hope
just
he did
guessing.
away. I hope that he and his peers, after they
There it goes.
Now, if you're just joining us, we had a successful liftoff at 7:29 a.m. Eastern Time. Successfully recovered that booster.
He is like the
Second stage
Indian
is on a
Twitless.
nominal
This guy.
orbit, and we're just awaiting about
El Hombre seems to have caught up on the stream, Oz.
engine start number 2.
Ah.
As ignition of the Merlin vacuum engine
Well done, El
to
Hombre.
bring us into a circular orbit.
That's why they're endangered, El Hombre.
Oh, incel giraffes. You heard it here.
MGTOWs.
Yeah, the MGTOW fucking
MGTOW
animal
of the
needs to be a
jungle.
giraffe. The MGTOW
Savannah
mascot is a
MGTOW.
giraffe.
To raise the perigee, or the lowest point of our orbit,
I'm
to be
trying to find
circular
your question
and
source.
similar to the apogee.
I can't see it anywhere. Super chat it for me.
And we also
Speaking of getting Aussies into the same chat room, did Magic Turtle actually give a response to coming in?
Oh yeah, Magic Turtle,
We actually
where are
got
you?
some
Come on
shots
and
as
show
well
us what you got.
from recovery. This is a shot from our.
Show me what you got.
You can see on the horizon there.
Gigatow.
That is
Giraffe
the first
going
stage
their own way.
Yeah, guys, I want to see some Photoshop.
I want to see some
I want
fan
to see some
art.
Photoshop
Landing
and
for
some
that
fan
booster.
art and add us,
First
add
overall.
Oz and I
Gigatow.
with it. Yeah.
And we actually caught
GG
a
Tau.
fairing half today as well. That's the active fairing half, and this fairing half has
What
flown
is this?
3 times.
What is
Landed
this?
it right square in the middle of the net. We did have to abort the catch attempt on the passive
What does
half,
these
but
symbols
we're
mean,
in the
Fenrir?
process of recovering
Is that
from
like
the
a
water.
spinning magic turtle?
Magic
Oh,
Turtle. Ah, yeah,
So
Magic
from here,
Turtle. Where are
second
you,
stage is going
scumbag?
to continue,
I mean,
Send him the link.
in this
delighting
orbit for about
guest.
the next
Send him the
16
link.
Say my-
minutes. During this time, it'll actually start to pick up the
Oh, come on,
spin
man.
on its central axis. It'll start using its attitude control system.
Send us a
Start
picture on
a
Twitter
slow
or
rotation.
something, at
That's to
least.
give the Starlink satellites the momentum they need to space themselves after they do their deployment activities.
Magic
Expect it to
Turtle,
happen at about
he's a drug
8 +
dealer,
1
I think.
hour, or around 8:29
No.
a.m.
He either,
Eastern time.
he either deals
So,
drugs
we'll
or
see you
he
back then.
sells pimps prostitutes. I can't remember which one.
Why would you say such a thing?
Bob Bug with one eye, yes, King is king, asks if Liam has committed a crime yet.
Liam?
What's
Or are
this?
you waiting till after the? Are you waiting till after the show, or
To do what?
are you,
To
commit some crime? You're always committing crimes.
Oh goodness. No, I don't. I haven't committed any crimes.
Amit is trying to say, all right, this is pretty good, Amit.
I think my
Um,
chat is heaps far behind or something. Something's going on.
Amit Renner says, I ate in a restaurant that was served by the park rangers, so the meat was of animals who died of natural death.
That's not very fair, actually. That means that you've actually eaten like elderly giraffe. You've eaten you've eaten elderly giraffe. Geriatric giraffe. That's not like fresh.
There's a
beef
mouse. There's a
giraffe.
mouse.
Oh, it is a mouse.
Oh,
Space
it
mouse.
was like a hedgehog.
Yeah, the
Space
very
hedgehog.
little, very little space tumbler. Splash a bit of water on it, it multiplies. Something straight out of 1950.
Hope he's got the Chaos Emeralds.
How dare you, Oz? Magic Turtle never. Oh, wait a minute. Never called you a pornographer. Hey, from the money. Hey, money from the restaurant went to any poaching.
Supposedly.
Do you think that it went to any poaching because you think it
I
went to
think it
any
went-
poaching because when they got paid they didn't need to go out and shoot any more animals for a while? No, I'm sorry.
They
I'm
probably
sure you.
they fed you honey badger and told you it was giraffe.
If you can
Mr.
get an
Wonderful's
emu
got a
head
point.
Oz, if you can get an emu head Oz and cook it on stream, you
Yeah.
got to do it.
All right. That's what it's going to be. That's going to be my task. Hey,
We've
it's
got
my
to do
birthday
that.
soon
We've got
too.
to do that with this on the same stream that we get this cosplay brought on, right? So she's got to be on while you're cooking and eating the emu head. She'll never come back, but fuck, it'll be great content.
Okay. Well, that's up to Dark Dogs. He's got to convince this beautiful young lady to give
I could just
give
imagine it
her
sitting
my
there like,
phone number. She'll be sitting there. She'll be cosplaying as like Harley Quinn or something, and we'll be eating an emu head.
we got to make a cosplay as like a CG character or something.
She can
Well,
cosplay as whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah, she can wear whatever she wants, man, as long as she turns up.
Yeah,
For fuck's sake.
You can leave your hat on.
We need musicians. We need musicians, and we need booth babes. You know.
Well, I don't know about musicians, but I have a magician.
Ooh,
That's even better.
that's way better than a musician.
Bring us your wizards. Bring us
told
your
you
wizards.
I told you about Abe.
El
I sent you a
Hombre
link to the
said-
picture.
Do you guys say on point or on point?
I usually say on point, but that's because I'm not educated. You know. I don't have no good education like the rest of you guys. Emu head gate, says Fenrir Fire. Fucking hell.
Rambo's traumatized. He's traumatized by the idea of a clam chomping down an emu head.
Oh gosh.
Brother Gaius is here with the key question. Only Dark Dog can answer this. Is she hot or is she Oz's type attractive? By Oz's type, I mean fat and ugly as fuck.
Hey, most married women don't need to keep their figure up for their guys, you know.
He's
So
not
it's
talking about. He's not talking about that. He's talking about my taste in models.
That's what I assumed. I assumed that you would be interested in married models. I just assumed.
I think he's actually referring to the stream where you said that all Perth chicks are hot, and then someone in the chat went and actually looked up, like they typed into Google Perth chick or something, and what they saw was not pleasing. Because don't type that into chat, into Google. It's not a good idea.
No, I destroyed them all this nonsense because I had Risey Lee on my Twinder. I had a Twinder for him, and so we went through all the available Perth chicks on Twinder, and they're all hot as fuck. And everyone in the chat was like, "Jesus Christ, why are there all these hot young women in bikinis?" And it's like, well, because it's Perth. Because that's what you put on your Twinder profile if you're in Perth. It's pictures of you in your bikini.
So Bogdan says my fiance is a singer. Well, get her on here so she can do a performance for us. Maybe not tonight. Maybe
How do you know
maybe
the
another
fiance is
day,
a woman?
because I know Bogdan and he's a dude. You know. Oh, I assume it's a woman.
There you go. I mean, we don't mind. I don't mind at all.
Yeah. The Sketch and Mandrengo says once my wife has a muffin top, out of here. I'll knock her out into a ditch and find a new wife.
I'll take it you're not married, Sketch and Mandrango. Are you currently
I'm pretty
in a
sure
relation with a woman?
Yeah, he's an alpha Chad, clearly. Like he has them just coming and going, man. She's a woman. I knew that she was, Bogdan. We're just having a bit of fun. Liam, are you not a fan of aged steak? No. I mean, you want to have it when it's in its prime, ideally. Though, just as a little bit of trivia, I will not eat a baby animal, but I do eat eggs.
That's not
I
true.
don't eat lamb.
You
Veal?
love veal.
No, I will never. I do not eat it. Do not eat it.
I'm sure the last time we went out to a restaurant together, you had the veal steak.
No, I've never eaten a baby animal. I cannot bring myself to do it. I lack the ruthlessness to consume a tiny baby animal, unless it's an egg.
Bogdan Digilat says she's a man.
No, leave him alone. He's a good artist. He's a good dude. Luca lets us know that his fiance is having an operation to remove her penis soon. I'm very excited. Congratulations, Luca. I wish you a happy.
I think it's pronounced Lakev.
Lakev, Lukav.
Or Lukev.
Lukav.
It's either Lukev or Lakev.
I told you I don't got no education. Leave me alone.
No, I didn't know either. I had to ask him. Akuma, that's disgusting. Akuma says max weight allowance should be in the prenup. All these people are horrible people.
Oh goodness.
Be better. Be better, chat. Like,
okay, I'm sorry, Lou Kev. I'm sorry, Lou Kev. Lou Kev. Yeah. I'm sorry. I've learned. You made an angry face. That's I'm in line.
See how angry he is?
I'm sorry. I didn't know, But just a few minutes ago, we confused the gender of a friend's wife, and we got away with that. I didn't mean to cross a line. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought we could cause as much trouble as we wanted. I didn't know. Forgive me.
David Bowser says,
"Oh, sweet Jesus Christ! Are you for real?"
Why?
So now I'm going to be banned from Frager's chat as well.
Oh, sweet Jesus Christ. These people don't listen. Let them make their own mistakes.
I can't even go and chat to Anna anymore. Because Sketch has banned me from her channel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little bit unfair, some would say.
Yeah. Well, what did you say or do to get yourself banned from Anna's channel?
I said good show. Show.
Whoa. Did you say it twice like that or just one time?
Just once. I just said good show, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you said guys. You didn't have that in there before, caveat. Was there another extra word or something missing that you're omitting? I mean, Sketch would never ban you unjustly for just saying, well, good show, guys. What are you doing? He would never misuse his power in such a way after screaming about it on hours for end like a psycho for months.
Well, Lukev was there, and he says, you had it coming, Oz. You said great show, and that was beyond the pale.
But was it great show or good show?
What was the context? Yeah, was it just a good show? Were you giving false praise?
I believe the
because I'm pretty sure
that I was doing some work, and I was like, great show, having it on in the background as I work. And then I think that was what finally got me banned.
So you weren't paying enough attention.
Yeah. You see, it's not Sketch's fault. Anna has a zero false false praise policy. It's Sketch was just doing his job. Just you say good show. It was a great show. It was only a good show. He's got to do it. Got to hit you with the ban hammer. It's completely sane and rational, I'm sure.
Free Oz. That's all I can say. Free Oz.
I'm going to be real with you guys. I've said it before. Why the fuck are you entertaining Sketch Therapy? The guy is a fucking lunatic. He is a fucking unhinged lunatic, and you're giving him moderation powers. Like, are you fucking retarded? Like, do not do it. You're going to, Oz literally just said, good show, and he's banned from there now. Like, come on. Let's be fucking real here.
He said that I was obsessively stalking him by going on streams where he's on.
So he goes to every single stream that you're on, and then you're...
Well, I mean, it's very difficult if I just wanted to watch an Ethan stream and I wanted to watch a Jack Show stream, and apparently that's too much.
It's pretty fucked, frankly. I'm doing
Too
a bit
much.
trying to laugh it off, but in all honesty, like, guys, what are you doing? You know, like, what the fuck are you doing? Come on. Like, you know that this guy's unwell. You know that he should not be in a position of power authority. You know what he's like, you know.
But Frager had over 1,000 people watching his show the other night. So
Awesome. What did he do to generate
Well
that
done.
kind of buzz?
he's doing a lot of drawings for Inktober. So I think he's doing a drawing a day and he's giving them away.
Oh, okay. That's pretty rad.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And the
How does he
drawings
give them away? How does he
the
give them
drawings are
away?
really cool. I don't know. I haven't watched it. I've just had a look at his drawings afterwards.
Nice.
Yeah, I just saw that today. So, for those of you that don't know, Marvel has basically flagged their new strategy, their new art direction, and we're gonna have a look at what it is.
CB? Pop quiz.
All right, Joe.
What do these people all have in common? Sarah Kelly,
All right.
Humberto Ramos,
Okay.
Adi Granos,
Seen a pattern here.
Jim Chung,
Yep.
Steve McNiven,
Mhm.
David Finch.
All right. I think I know.
right.
They're the top artists in the comic book industry.
So just keep in mind all those names of those legends that they just named.
I recognized a couple.
Yeah.
Right. Wrong. That's not what I'm asking.
I got it. We identified them early on and made them Young Guns.
That's right. The Young Gun program, where we found these great young artists, put a spotlight on them, and their careers have blossomed. I mean, they've become the biggest names in the industry.
Superstars.
But now we're doing something newer than Young Guns.
Yes.
Young Guns is now that's old.
Yep.
Right? They're old guns. What do we got?
We have a new initiative that we're going to be announcing that is going to bring these guys, the next generation of comic book pencilers from around the globe, and put them on Marvel's biggest projects and identify them as the next generation of Marvel's elite artists. And we have a new name. You want to announce it?
Hang on. I'm channeling my best Stan Lee. Stormbreakers.
Congratulations to this year's class of Stormbreakers. They are
Is Casada going to get a cease and desist from the fucking Chinese corporation, Liam?
I don't know. Is this?
He just used Stan Lee to promote Stormbreakers.
Yeah, I know.
They got struck for it, so why
So
not?
do we have to enter this to win, or have they already chosen who their entrants are going to be?
Oh, they've
Because-
already chosen the Marvel artists. This is like
So they're not really choosing the best of the best new talent. You know, they're not like going like, "Hey, if you like send us your stuff and we'll pick the best of the best, compete to earn your right at Marvel," like Shonen Jump would do. Instead, they've already picked people that they like, and they're saying that they're the best, even though they haven't looked at the best that the world has to offer. That's what you're telling me. CB, who is a massive weeb, a bigger weeb
I
than
agree.
me,
Well, yours is better.
who knows exactly,
Much better.
right? Who knows exactly how this is done, is pussyfooting it around and not even going for a full artist draft to get the best of the best in the world. They're still handpicking with their fucking, with their nepotistic bullshit. Is that what's going on here?
tuned out, man. No, that's not what's going on here. I'll tell you what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to
Josh Casera.
American born. Josh
He's not
Casera.
young.
No, he's not. He's been there since '92. American born Pat Gleason. It's been around since the late '80s, I think.
Peach Momoko.
Asian. There are 2 whites, 1 Asian.
Natasha Bustos.
Ugh.
From Spain.
Spanish.
Ivan Coelho.
Spain.
Carmen Canero.
Spain.
Juan Cabal.
Brazil.
Under the ocean, apparently.
R.B.
Oh,
Silva.
might be Yabi Silva's in Brazil, sorry.
Now, guys, get ready to take up the hammer.
Congratulations, folks.
Welcome to Marvel. Welcome to Stormbreakers.
Fuck you, pussies. Fuck you outsourcing to fucking cheap labor and then pretending that there's something virtuous about it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
To negate
it.
the diversity outcry, they've got one white guy in there.
Well, who even
the-
cares about that? This is like, oh, this is new
It's-
young talent. The young guns. Like, the dude had a fucking beard bigger than mine.
These Pat Gleason, I think, has been working for Marvel for like 15 years or something.
So it's not even alumni from somewhere else. They're taking Marvel people and saying they're new to Marvel.
Yeah, but essentially what they're doing is they're getting cheap labor. This is essentially what they're doing. So I think the new art direction is going to
The inaugural class of 2020. These are grown ass men. These are grown ass men and women. They're not like young teenagers starting their career out. They're not like the next generation of fucking talent. They're people that have CB, you fucked up. And Joe, you are a dickhead and you know you were a dickhead. How are you still making calls, Joe, with all the money that you fucking cost them and all the fuck ups that you've made? How are you still fucking making calls? Nah, I'll be back.
He'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, he'll be back.
I just love that 90% of them are Spanish. One of them is Asian. One of them is Mexican. I suppose that's technically Spanish, and then to negate anyone on the right saying that it's just diversity hires, they've got one white guy.
Well, I wasn't really even thinking of it in terms of diversity hires because they seem to.
It's pretty obvious.
Well, yeah, but they don't. How do I put it? Like, they don't class Spanish people as ethnically diverse.
They don't.
No, and that's why when they criticize CG a lot, but we've got a lot of Spanish creators, and they just totally ignore any ethnicity other than black. Really, it's like unless you're black, you're not ethnic. It seems to be. It's crazy.
I suppose they did.
What about the Asian creators? It was like they're like, oh, Pete Samedi's a white supremacist. They're actually saying this with a straight face, and
they decided that Asians are white adjacent.
Yeah, it's like Asians the new white. So yeah, fucking stupid mofos. So yeah, no, I think it's all just about money. It's just about money. I found the tweet that I was looking for. So we go and have a look. Where are we? King Cobra's got it right here. Not enough black polysexual transsexuals. What's this other one? There's so many freaking tabs open. I actually did some homework. It's terrible. Okay, I think it's this one.
I didn't think you prepared your shows.
I know. I did at least 10 minutes work today. CB Sobolski. Ever since we launched our Young Guns program in 2004, they've been scouting, hiring, and promoting the best comic artists from around the world. Well, I actually thought this was where DC was going to go. With their, like, when they started firing everyone. I thought it was just going to be, because they were talking about international artists and stuff as well.
Yeah, they want the Brazil rates. That's what they want. They want the Brazil rates.
Yeah, because they were using the exact same language.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's interesting. I figure that that's just what it's going to be. And I mean,
Well,
none
like
of
Captain Marvel, it's
the artists are really like, you know, set the world on fire. It's an awful lot of
Patrick
Cal-
Gleason's okay, but again, he's not new.
And then, a few people have been picking it up. How is Patrick, amazing Spider-Man premiere artist? In the Young Guns category, this is legitimately weird. He says,
Yeah, this is
again, no one mentioned new or old or Young Guns here. These artists are all part of our latest preeminent talent distinction program.
What?
hey CB. No, I won't say that. Never mind.
That's word
I want
salad.
to be part of CG's latest preeminent talent distinction program. Who can we get to run this? Who can
The house of ideas is on fire. The dinosaur comic book industry is in decline. You're drowning on your own piss. This is fucking pathetic.
Come
this
on,
is fucking pathetic.
Who's gonna do the LPTDP for
Wait
CG?
Wait a minute. Wait 1 second. Oz?
Yeah.
Can you just bring up that Stormbreakers logo? Can you enhance?
Hang on a sec. I can do better. I think the guy who designed that logo is in this.
Is that the tattoo that Heather Antos has on her wrist?
Yeah. Maybe this is. I think it's a white supremacist symbol.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's what I.
Don't you think that it looks like SS?
It's even got the little extra. It's got the little extra gold bar on the top. Doesn't feel fun. It doesn't feel fun when people do this to you and say this kind of stuff about you, does it, guys? No, it's
Also,
look,
Elite. I thought Elite was.
I'm sure that a lot of these guys worked hard for their positions and have done the work, you know, and I understand that like reinstating mentorships is not something that is exactly in the books right now due to the finances of stuff. But if you're serious about wanting to find the next generation of great artists, then that's what you need to be out there doing. And picking from a pre-existing roster and hiring cheap talent from Brazil is not the way to do it. I know a bunch of people that are very good that I'm sure that CB knows too. None of them are here. Why?
Is it just me, or are those the worst photos they could have chosen? Like the chick on the far right looks like she's bored out of her mind. The Asian chick looks evil.
I reckon these are all just like they've grabbed their Twitter profile pics.
Yeah. I mean, why even compare it to the old Young Guns program if you didn't want the comparison? Did you not think about this? Did he sit down and flap his stupid fucking mouth, and did everyone nod at him again like it was a fucking brilliant idea? And now you end up with another situation that's going to be as bad PR as the fucking milkshake thing, and as One More Day. You guys are fucking idiots to keep him.
Mr. Face Mask guy here. AdEZZEY at Adam Pacman.
At easy.
It's not Ad Easy though, is it? It's Ad Ezzy. AD Ezzy. Says, haven't most of these artists been around for a few years? And CB Sobolski says, yep, they have. No one mentioned.
He just copied and pasted.
Yep.
The exact same.
These artists are all part of our latest preeminent talent distinction program. I don't even know what is going on anymore.
Let's talk talent distinction. See that chick that had the guys all standing in the fucking gumballs? Let's look at their art. Let's look at her art some more.
He's posted, copied and pasted it again.
Yeah, well, people need to know this is how you drum propaganda into people's heads. I want to see art. I want to know that chick's name. Someone in the chat put it there, and I want to see art by the Gumball Machine Girl. That's what I want to see. If she's one of the prominent artists that fucking Marvel has, I want to see more of her work because it looked an awful fucking lot like Squirrel Girl to me.
Who? Go back up us.
Hang on, no, I don't think it's the Squirrel Girl one. I think it's the fucking dinosaur one. What is it?
Yeah, Devil Dinosaur. Yeah, that's what it is. Now I knew that wasn't Squirrel Girl one, but it looked like it, like that's the level of
girl.
Like that's
they're all coming out of the same school in the end.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. And you're telling me that bullshit is premiere, the best that you could fucking find. You're distinguished artists.
Look at this simp.
Marvel Comics. You're telling me there was no one else better. Marvel Comics. You're telling me that there is no one more qualified as an artist than her on your whole fucking roster in the world. Why is she next in line? What does she do that is so good? Because that is shit that used to be in the bullpens, what she is doing right there. Right? You tell me that you couldn't find one person better than her? Or was it that her price was right, or her skin color was right, or her sex was right? Or is she
what was I going to say?
Well, take a look at this simp. New life goals for myself to be a Stormbreaker.
Now, if you can only find quality writers. There is, there's a little bit of white supremacist about it, isn't it?
Stormbreaker, yep. It's got
Stormbreaker, they've got the what's the ultra right nationalist Stormfront, is it?
Mm-hmm. Stormfront, yeah.
Yeah, they're the Stormfront, and they've got the Stormbreaker, and they got the SS gold logo.
Too bad it's not Stormseeker, then it would be SS.
I hate that these people run these things this way and disguise it as nobility and virtue while exploiting people, stepping on people like Vinny. Vinny was promised Spider-Man.
So big question is, Young Gun's still an initiative, or are they all going to fall under Stormbreakers? And CB says it's all Stormbreakers now. Past Young Guns classes are now part of this new honor. What is the honor? I don't understand. I can't even remember. It was like TPDP or something.
Mm-hmm.
TP is all that's going to come out of it.
Are we not saying that Gleason has been a premier talent for the past decade? Plus. Oh, yeah, Pat has been. Even got his start at Marvel all those years ago. So what is this list then?
Pat, why you... Oh, Pat, fucking... never mind, sorry.
RB Silver, who's that?
Has Peach done any comic interiors? Or are they just a cover artist? So there's someone... Peach is on the list and she's never drawn a comic.
Who's Peach? Can we find out who this Peach is?
Girl.
Can we find out who she is? Is she the one that I was spoken about?
No. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Peach Monaco.
Yeah. Who's Peach Monaco? Did they go and hire someone from fucking Tumblr? Because if we find out, if you Google this and I find out that they just hired some random broad off fucking Tumblr, I'm gonna literally lose my shit in a big way.
Looks like she's an Instagram artist that does floral patterns.
Peaches is greater than Peach. There's gonna be some king fucking spurgery if she's never made a fucking comic.
It looks like she's done a lot of fan art.
But has she done any sequential work?
No, that's what they're saying. She hasn't done anything.
For fuck's sake.
Define sequential. Because she's kind of got some here that are just... bad. Can I link this to you so you can show it, Oz?
You could show it. Share screen. So I'm not going to shit on her art. Her art is fine.
I'm just gonna.
It's very feminine, but that's cool. I mean, it's interesting. But yeah, it is just cover art. And I'll just share her Instagram so you can see. Oz accept Google challenge. All right. I still got King Cobra's thing up there. It sort of goes with everything that we're talking about.
Pretty much.
So she does kind of like looks like Copic marker kind of drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see there's kind of sequential art, but
That's an all right back girl, but her hip is wrong. That's a nice picture there, and that central one there, credit there. That little kid blasting its hand,
go back down below that goblin picture and the Spider-Man one below it.
Which one?
Down. Under. Oh, you have to click on show more.
There's Yasagi Yojimbo.
Can you click on that? All right. Now go down 2 more frames. These are the ones that I was saying kind of sequential, but kind of bad.
These are storyboards. These are unfinished storyboards.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it does look like she has a little bit of sequential experience on something. I don't know if it was successful or not. I don't know what it's from.
Maybe for an animation or something?
Maybe. It could be from a comic that she's working on that hasn't been done, or it was done on another thing like a webcomic. I will say this, look, her art isn't shitty. It's not like I thought it was when I saw it in passing, so respect there, unless she's someone different if she's not the Gumball girl.
She's not the Gumball girl.
Okay, if you're watching this, Broad and Dame, whoever you are, lady, I'm sorry that I lost my shit. You seem to be talented, but I'm going to say this. Sequential grind is a fucking very different job to doing pinups, okay? And the fact that I'm not seeing very much experience in that regard there, when I know a bunch of other people that were made promises about getting work at Marvel and they don't have the opportunity that you do, pisses me off, because there are a bunch of guys that are waiting for work, right? That are waiting for work, or waiting on a call. And I don't know why you're getting in when you got no experience and you haven't proved your chops. If that's how it was with everyone, and it was kind of like a Marvel reality TV show where they're teaching you guys how to do comics, and the best guy that wins gets to make their own comic or something, that'd be a different thing. I'd be all for it. But the fact you don't seem to have any experience, and this whole thing is sour. I'm just sour about this whole thing. Yeah, well, I'm not saying that. Spirit Scar says that looks pretty shitty, dude. Don't simply him. No, look, credit where it's due. It is as I said. It's no, but this shit gets clipped and fucking sent to everyone. You know that. Everyone watches everything, so but like, yeah, no, but it is a very feminine style. It is a very girly style. It's not really the traditional superhero style, but my main concern is with the sequential slog. Because if she's going to be producing a monthly book, that requires a tremendous amount of work. Even with a sort of looser, lazier style like what she's doing. Like, she's not going to be able to color in the way that she's coloring unless she's coloring it herself. They're not going to hire her someone that's going to watercolor for her. So, I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking.
And each page is going to take a really long time doing that.
Yeah. Liam, she's not going to fuck you. Laugh on the flattery. I don't want to fuck her, man. I'm good.
She looks like
she could do a good, Matthew Fowler. Yeah, she'd do a good, like, Wasp book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. Or, like, even like a sort of a Betty and Veronica type book.
Yeah.
She'd be really cool on.
I apologize for almost spurging everyone. I'm pretty angry about this whole situation.
The funniest part is, until a couple of months ago, all of her work was DC. Like, she seems to be more of a DC fan than Marvel.
Yeah. Well, there's always been a lot of crossover, you know. You can ask our buddy Art about that. He's got a few stories about how against poaching Marvel is, you know. They would never do that. They would never canvas talent that's looking to work with another company and snatch it away from them.
Craig Speck is simping for me. Thank you, Craig Speck. He says, I don't watch everything. The Oz show is on a very short list. I have a high bar for entertainment.
Thanks, Craig.
That's beautiful praise. I really appreciate
I haven't seen his Avatar in ages, so he must really have a high bar for entertainment, because I remember seeing his Warner Brothers Cyberfrog ages ago, and I thought it was hilarious. So
maybe you banned him.
Yeah, I probably banned him. You know?
He probably said something you didn't like about someone you like.
Yeah, exactly. I came down with my ban hammer.
It's like, fuck you. Fuck you, and
the horse you rode in on, and then
back to the horses. Why didn't fucking... I keep wanting to say Magic Cop. Why didn't Magic Turtle come on and show us his stuff? Damn it.
Take his word for it.
I can't wait till Liam gets his package. I sent you a package, Liam.
Just 100 of them.
Cool beans. You know, I'll have it. I might have it. I have it. It's got a different address. I have to put on different shoes and stuff to go there and get it, though. You know, so.
What? I didn't understand what you just said.
I have to, whenever I go to the address that all my stuff gets posted to, I need to park up the hill and put on different shoes and then walk down. Well, no, it's not funny, because the virus can get in the shoes and transfer. No, not the Rona, the Parvo can. It can be tracked from place to place, and then you can't get it out, you know? So I've got to park in a different place and then put on separate shoes, make sure I've got shirts and socks on, and then go down, get the stuff, and then replace that, disinfect it, and then I can go back home. It's a chore, but that's what has to be done.
You ever thought about changing your mailing address from that place then?
No way am I having my mailing address be here. No fucking way. No fucking way.
Okay.
They'll like literally like week before last, a dude tore my mailbox out of the ground while in a meth-induced psychosis and swang it like a madman at his ex-girlfriend. Like, I'm not putting my mail in that. Like,
I shouldn't laugh, but the visualization is hilarious.
It was like the dude was all weedy and scrawny as fuck. It was fucked up. He got arrested. He's gone now. He's not living on the street anymore, so that's good. And when I said last month, that was actually when I said last week was actually probably a month or more ago. It's a while ago now. But yeah, Liam has his driveway suit, his stream suit, his bathroom suit, his dining table suit, his bedroom suit. Well, yeah, I need to dress for the occasion.
It's a lot of time disinfecting each suit.
Look, I'll tell you that
each room's got a different room suit.
I'll tell you the truth. Mandrango. If I'm made richer, that's the sort of crazy, insane shit I will do. Howard Hughes and shit might end up with those long toenail shoebox feet, but I'll just have a suit for each room, and I'm not even kidding you. I'll hang them up. So when people come into my house, I can be like, "This is my suit for this. This is my suit for that." Be great. Be hilarious. And this is his lawsuit. Boom. Post LinkedIn. We already did Magic Turtle.
Magic Turtle for $5. Thank you very much. Let's post the link. You didn't have to say that. I do that. I mean, you could have just asked normal and I would have done it. I already did it for you.
Yeah.
So I love you so much.
Liam, are all the crazies in your neighborhood Aboriginals? There are a lot of people of, not all of them, no.
Brother Gaius has a question for you. How many women does Liam have to stab in the street for you to understand?
Sweet Jesus Christ. I've never stabbed a woman.
Per se.
No, not per se at all. Thank
You
you
never
for
stabbed anyone identifying as a woman.
Yeah, never. Oh my God! So there used to be this old tranny that lived on the hill, right? And it was a male to female, tranny. And this
So
was
which one
way
was
back.
it? Which one was it, Liam?
It was way back. It was a male that transgendered to female.
What are you gonna call it?
Him. I'm sorry, but he never told me not to. So
he never told you not to call him a him after he turned into a her.
Yes. So
at no point did you.
At no point has he ever.
Were
at
you
no
talking
point,
to them that you didn't think using him when he's clearly dressed as a woman?
Can we just play the Curb Your Enthusiasm music while I stare at you for an awkward period of time? But to get back to the point of the story here, so this is like before it was all trendy and shit, right? This is like way back in the 90s, because this was like beforehand. So it sort of like turned like probably around, I think it was like 2008 or whatever, right? Yeah, turn of the century. I think it was about like 2008 or 2004, around in there somewhere. And
that's a long period of time.
And I had a point to this story and it's gone now. Damn it. Oh no, that's what it was. Yeah, no. And he's now back to being a man after all of this time. So like he's abandoned his tranny identity because it's become too trendy. And he says, I don't want those crazy people representing me. And so now he's a man again. And it was very unusual. It's been a very unusual experience. That's the weirdest thing that's happened to me this week.
He was a tripster.
He was a tripster. I don't know what you mean. But he was a tranny hipster. Yeah, he was a tripster. He was a crazy drug addict too. Probably had something to do with it. But
Magic Turtle, what the fuck's going on with your camera, man?
Oh man, I'm so sauced I can't work out how to put my fucking avatar on the thing. So
so that's what, Bigfoot? Just like
Bigfoot.
That does look like a Bigfoot photo.
Yeah, it looks like there's Bigfoot and blur motion there, like it's walking and looking back at the camera. Is that what I'm saying? Like,
that's exactly what you're seeing, man. Yeah, spot on.
I got Bigfoot on the brain.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Here I am to tell you all about that. How awesome the pin is. The pin.
Yeah.
Oh, the pins. Great. We're back to that.
Can you show us yours?
I messaged Oz a photo of me modeling the pin. So, but I know about you, Dark Dogs. But like, as soon as I put that pin on, my peen grew an extra inch. So you do experience that as well, man. It's like, so now I'm rocking like 10 instead of 9. So that's good.
I took
right.
I went out to bring the bins in and checked in my mail. It was there. I just had to open it straight away and put it on. And
I thought you were going to say and put it in the bin.
That was the most awkward walk back into my house that I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Every inch of height that I lost went into those pins, So you guys be thankful. I was once a lofty 7'5", for this pin campaign.
We thank you for your sacrifice, man. They're like high quality.
Yeah.
Go on then, Oz. Check your messages, man. You can see evidence of my pinner.
All right, hang on a sec. I've almost found it.
Brother Gaius would like to know what the pin growth is in centimeters.
It's like 3.5, 3.5, I think, man. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Crying out loud.
Like, we're Aussie and we use metric, but That's something that you don't measure in metric.
Look at that.
Look at that. There
Very
it
cool.
is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rocking out on top of a guitar, music loving little koala dude.
Yeah. I don't actually have a Fender guitar. I just wear the shirt.
My joy is knowing that these are ruining people's shirts. You know,
only if you leave them on when you put them in the washing machine.
So Liam, if I went and stabbed some broad with this, would that mean that you've actually stabbed a woman then?
no, that would be assault, and you would be a bad person.
Didgeridongs.
Didgeridongs. That's our next product, ladies and gentlemen. The didgeridoo.
Let's get on it. Find a distributor of dongs and then reshape them
That's like, yeah.
of didgeridoos.
It's like a dozen didgeridoos. It's a didgeridoo.
No, you just have a little orange koala playing a dong shaped didgeridoo. You know, like there you go. Didgeridongs. Oh god. We've been on here for nearly an hour and 42 minutes, you realize?
Yeah. I'm having a great time. But I'm going to end the stream because I have to go cook dinner. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, lame.
At midnight, you're going to go cook dinner.
It's not midnight yet. It's 9.
How long has your hungry family of 14 be gathered around the fucking table?
Exactly, man. They're all sitting around the table, fucking sour looks on their faces.
Yeah. They had to wait for the rocket launch.
They had to wait for the rocket launch. You're going to go off, and Oz is going to hang up the call. He's going to wander over to his sink to get prepared. He's going to pull one of the fucking emu heads off the big pile that he has next to the sink and throw it on the fucking grill, you know?
Wait, just on the topic of the rocket launch, like, it's impressive and it's awesome we're going to Mars and the moon again and shit, but SpaceX rocket launchers haven't got shit on the space shuttle. Watch the space shuttle launch and that shit is like, you're like, yeah, that's a fucking launch. That's a fucking launch into space, man.
That's the hit you need.
You feel me? That's the real, like, the SpaceX launches it goes off into space and shit, but like...
Oh, good. It's all good. We're getting that next year. He's building the what's he calling it? What's the
Starship?
Yeah, he's building the Starship right now. So that'll be fucking heaps better than the shuttle.
I don't think so, man.
That'll just launch. It's like the space shuttle without a booster. It'll just launch and take off.
Yeah, I know, but the boosters is what makes it cool. It just roars. It just goes fucking roars in space. Anyway, whatever. I'm like a what's it? Purist space shuttle.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Space shuttle elitist.
You just love
looking back fondly on the old days of the space shuttle.
I used to have a space shuttle. I used to have a space shuttle model that I made. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
I remember the old man in the original Pokemon games going on about the space launch. Like red and blue version, you walk in and he's like, there's a huge model of it there, and he's like, back in my day, I bought a color TV just to watch it.
You know,
I was.
The more minutes you guys talk, the hungrier my poor starving family are.
This is
order
true.
a fucking.
This is true.
Why don't you order fucking Domino's or something, man?
You can't afford that.
Point of personal privilege. There's people dying of hunger, and you're talking about space shuttles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, point of personal privilege, man. The Africans are dying like every day, so surely your kids can go at night.
Meanwhile, Emmett Rayner's eating all kinds of exotic things.
No, I think that he should go feed his little koalas. You know, they're.
Did you ever see the Russian space shuttle that they built?
Yeah, it only had one launch, hey, but it was still sick.
Yeah, It looked really
What-
cool.
And I think the difference between the space shuttle and the Russian space shuttle was that the Russian space shuttle had like power on re-entry. It's like the space shuttle is like once it gets into space, it's just a glider when it comes back down. But the Russian space shuttle could be driven and had rocket engines. I mean, not that matters, but
It is kind of cooler. Like if we were to say which is better, can fly.
And
can't
did
fly.
you see? Have you seen the Russian Concorde? Did you
They
know the
built a
Russians had a
Concorde?
Concorde? And they called it.
I think I did know that because I watch a lot of shit like videos on YouTube about nothing. So rings a bell.
Yeah.
Isn't that everyone in general?
Yes, yes, that is.
Yeah.
Old
Wait, you
old
talk-
Ruskies, mate.
Are you talking about like 15, 20 years ago or recently? 'Cause
They
I
had
think
the first,
in the
they had
80s,
first
I think it
Concorde.
was.
Okay.
Yeah, they built the first Concorde.
Because that was like
Um,
decommissioned immediately because it was dangerous.
God,
What's
it must
that?
have been dangerous if the Russians decommissioned it because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they're Russian.
I think it had like 2 commercial flights and then they decommissioned it because it was falling apart because of the sonic speed or something. This is,
Yeah.
like, back in high school, so I can't remember.
Cool.
But that's why we need space. That's why we need Space Force, man. To we got to be wary of the fucking Russians, man, and the Chinese.
All right. The next show, I will endeavor to bring the pictures of the Russian space shuttle, and
Right.
and the Commie Concordia.
Cool.
think
So
they
if you're
call
doing
it.
that, I want
Comic
while you're
Con.
doing, I would also like you to bring on some few photos of Project Aurora, if you would, since we're talking space shuttles.
All right. Just for you.
Dude,
Just for me, yeah, just for me. We can talk about some
There's-
Project Aurora.
there's a 3-minute video of the space shuttle launch as well. We should watch that, and you'll be like, yeah, this is fucking 10 times better than a SpaceX launch. It's nuts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
10
Be epic.
times.
Fucking 10 times.
We're chasing that rocket launch high, chasing that dragon.
Yeah. Oh.
And you can
before I
dig up
go-
video of one exploding if you want. That's pretty fucking impressive as well. Like, if you want to
what
see
we're
what
kind of-
like.
That's kind of what we're looking at. We're hoping will happen live. We want to catch the moment where a shuttle just explodes and we're all there.
Yeah, I hear.
In that moment of euphoria, going, "Holy shit!"
No, they cut the feed. There's like a 5-second fucking like buffer between the live feed and what they put out live. I watched the
Oh, but what the
SpaceX
fuck are we watching
launch.
for? Why would they do that? The whole point is that you want to see the rocket explode, right? Like,
Dude, I watched the SpaceX launch like a couple of months ago when one of the boosters was coming to land, and the booster was just like, you could tell it was fucking up. It started spinning, and they cut the feed, and it's just like, motherfuckers. That's why I'm watching this shit. I want to see that shit blow up in the air, and yeah, it failed and didn't land. It like blew up in the air, and they just cut the feed. They're like, nothing to see here, folks. It's just like, oh man,
what a waste.
Bullshit.
I know.
No one's hurt. There's
Think of
there's not even anyone on it. Maybe we
Think
can
of the
find
views.
videos. Maybe we can find videos of people just shooting missiles at things. Like actual missiles at things, like from
Like
like
Oz says,
fighter
though,
jets
man.
and shit.
So why not?
They're building the Starship at the moment, and they're like building fucking like heaps of them. They're rattling through heaps of like numbers of the Starship, and they're just like building components and stuff. And so they stress test them to failure, like pressurize their fuel tanks and all that sort of shit until they blow up on the launch pad. That's pretty fucking interesting.
That's cool.
If you
Oz,
might scratch your
but-
boner for fucking explosions.
Hey Oz, before you disappear, I saw something briefly on your Twitter before it jumped down where you said, "Why does this spaceship look so gay?" Something like that. What was that? I only saw it for half a second before it was gone because of the way Twitter works.
What the fuck is this? Open this one. This is gonna be. I've got a new emoji. for my members. So I'm just putting this one up in the next day or so, probably tomorrow.
You have
And
members?
that's, yeah, I've got members.
Yeah, he has members.
Is it like 4-pronged or 5-pronged or something?
Like an echidna. Hey guys, did you know that echidnas have 4 penises? You learned it here tonight, on the Oz Show.
But only 2 hands.
What?
Got to switch them up every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a proposition, Oz. They're the echidna is propositioning you.
Yeah.
Do like female echidnas have 4 vaginas, or?
I don't know. That's a good question. What the fuck is that?
It's the solar powered plane that can fly around for forever.
What, forever?
Slow as fuck.
Yeah. It just flies forever. Like it can stay airborne. I think it was like up there for 18 months or something.
Holy shit.
Fuck, that's alright.
But I just want to know why it looks so gay.
Well, I suppose
It's got some like Nautica Valley of the Wind sort of vibe to it.
Yes.
It's got a I'm gonna fall apart and die at any second look to it.
18 months is not a bad stretch though.
But I mean, 18 months.
I'm not saying
crazy.
that it's not awesome. I'm just saying, why does it look so gay?
Yeah, it does look pretty gay.
Because solar shit looks gay, man.
Powered aircraft is flying over Hawaii. Better fly careful, or it'll get served. Development under NASA's environmental. Okay, interesting. Well, wait a minute. No, wait a second. My brain's doing something. You guys are gonna laugh at me in a minute, but if we've got solar power that works like that, then like, is there a reason that we can't have solar powered space flight? Because all of that solar power is coming from the sun, right?
Yeah, it's too inefficient. It's too inefficient, my friend.
I don't mean to launch. I mean once you're in space, because there's no resistance or anything, right? So it should be easy to move around.
Yeah.
You know how satellites have those big wings, those big fuck off wings.
Oh, those are fucking.
Yeah, they're the solar panels
cool.
that. Yeah.
Cool.
So they're on top of the shit. But yeah, I look forward to like solar power not being so gay and being able to fucking.
I look forward to that day as well. I think we can all look forward to the day that solar powered stuff.
Yeah, some Chad fucking solar power that can do some shit.
I want those cars, but I don't want to be in a car that looks like a cockroach and you got to lie down. I want to be in a car that is like.
Well, and cruise the desert at a cool 18 miles an hour, like.
We were looking at the what it was going to cost to like make like one of the major highways in Australia like fully solar powered, like solar panels. You know, because they were talking about solar roadways and shit. But then it would take 18 24-hour days of sunlight. Oh, sorry, it would take 18 years of 24-hour sunlight to pay for the road, and the panels only last like 6 years before they need to be replaced. So it is just not cost effective to do. But it seems like that would be the cool utopian way to go. It's just not effective, you know. If all the highways were like also gathering power and powering vehicles.
We need slaves. We just need slaves to be running in treadmills, and it's like we just feed them.
Some fucking whiteys, like getting their comeuppance.
Why don't we just have like
some emus on
giant teams of horses just pulling big Conan the Barbarian winches? You know.
I don't know how this technology works.
I don't know how they could ignore such a fucking, obviously successful premise. Like they should initiate that shit immediately.
We've got to get back to doing it, and we've got to have horses on treadmills in the desert. That's the key to this. That's how we get it to work.
And we could, like employ indigenous people to whip the horses to like keep those motherfuckers running. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
The job It's a job worthy of Risey himself. Horse whipper.
Yeah. Oh,
I
Risey,
think
God bless.
poor little Timmy beside me is passing out. It's okay, little Timmy. I'll get you some food. It's
Hey,
just
you shouldn't have
Video-
had 14 fucking kids, dude. You got no one to blame but yourself.
Oh,
Give him a spoonful of sugar to boost his levels, his sugar levels, to keep going.
I know you need to eat before you have your medicine, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I know your fever's spiking a little bit.
Let him go, guys. I'll catch you later, Ozark Creation. Thanks for having me on, dude. You take care.
Always a pleasure, Liam. Always a pleasure.
Have a good one, man. It's good hanging out with you guys.
Thank you for the fine pin, Oz. And actually, my fridge magnet is sticking firmly to the fridge as well, like bathing my house in an amazing orange glow. All the food in the fridge tastes better as well. It's fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
I would get a fridge magnet if I could afford it.
Oh, Dark Dogs.
Yeah, Dark Dogs. It's
I'll
nice to put a
send you
face to the Dark Dog name. Nice being on stream with you.
I'll send you one.
Nice to meet another Perthian in CG.
Yep. All right, cunts.
All right.
Fuck off, you wanker.
Buy Xenotype. Go if you haven't. Check out Xenotype. Available now on Indiegogo. Check it out.
Yes. It's gonna the book everyone is talking about.
That's
the
right.
Artist,
We're gonna
the artist everyone wants to be, and
hey, Oz.
the writer that turns
Everyone
people's
wants to
brains
forget.
into mush.
Yeah.
Now that you've successfully fulfilled a campaign, Oz, like your next one can be promoted by EVS and will be a smashing success. I look forward to it.
EVS will be promoting your didgeridongs.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds great. That sounds great. I'll work on my next campaign straight away.
Well, hold on, Oz. Before you go, can you just quickly bring up Tatsunami's comment, please? Everyone needs to see this. Thank you.
It's the Astro, bringing my love from me to you. The Astro, help me help you to help me help you. The Astro, bringing my love from me to you. The Astro, help me help you to help me help you.
I've come here for a brain, and I'm not leaving until I get one.